Good to see you. Welcome back.
This is the best segue we've had so far because we've been talking about you for about the last 18 minutes, and here you are, just joining us right now.
He's never been so talked about in his life, probably, and I'm sure he's very uncomfortable with it, so we'll just do it for a few more minutes. The decision to re-sign and come back, I just said after the year you had last year, I'm sure you had options. So what made you decide that this was going to be home for you for the next few years?
Because I think the standard of the MLS is getting better and better each year. I think Toronto FC is going to be better and better. So, I mean, it was a no-brainer for me to come back. I love the city, I love the team, I love the organisation and the fans. And, yeah, it was an easy decision.
Okay. And our fans are actually, as you know, they're fairly clever bunch, and the hashtag that's been started on Twitter right now is, are you on Twitter? Are you getting
no,
into
I'm
it?
not. No.
Are you planning on getting into it?
I don't know yet.
All right,
my friends are trying to convince me, but I don't know.
We'll give you a crash course. Jonathan Sinden will walk you through it. Everything will be fantastic. But X, not Bex. I think that's how this game is now being built.
Okay.
Because we want it to be about Toronto on March 7th. But you're going to be there in front of, probably about 45,000 fans. Mm-hmm. It'll have a real European atmosphere, not to mention there's a lot of European players on both teams as well. Yeah. How do you approach that, and how excited are you to see that many Toronto fans out for a big game like that?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, the support in the city is unbelievable. They're always there on whether it's a cold Wednesday or on a Saturday. I mean, but regards the game, I think you should play the game, not the occasion. I think everyone, if they play the 11v11, it's 11v11, you know?
Right.
So I think if we just play our game, then I don't see why we can't win. Everyone's bigging it up to for LA, this, LA, that. I think, what about Toronto, you know? So I think in the future, people will be saying that, you know? So it'll be good.
And speaking of Toronto, were you surprised by the soccer culture in Toronto last year when you arrived?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realise how big it was. But no, it's fantastic here, and the fans are great.
When you discussion turns to the coaching staff here with Bob and Aaron and the systems that they try to implement with this team, and I'll call it the learning curve last year for a lot of guys. You finished the season strong, and it just looked like now the club's kind of, okay, we get it. We understand why it is you're pounding this into us and why you believe this will work. Is that the same kind of philosophy now that you carry over into this new year? Is that, okay, we get it now. We need to show up healthy, committed, and communicate, and we should be fine?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's used to the 4-3-3 system now. Everyone's got used to it. I don't see why, like I said, we can't dominate this league and do well. I think we've got the players and the strength in depth as well. I think that's the most important thing. There's players pushing each of us players' performances. Yeah, so I mean, I don't think why we can't be a great team in this league.
I spoke earlier about playing your position. You can play as aggressive as you do when you know the support is there for the moments when either you miss, or even the moments when you do get a piece of the ball with the player, but you need that backup. And I always, with a number of the highlights here, it's Torsten who's got your back a lot of times. Talk about his role in helping make you a better defender.
Yeah, definitely. He knows all about, obviously he's been playing it for years, you know. Yeah. So he knows how to cover players, and he's a great player to have on the pitch. Not only just covering, but talking to players and encouraging them. But yeah, he's a fantastic player. But like I said, I think everyone needs to be leaders on the pitch now, especially in the game on the 7th. And throughout the season, there's going to be times where Torsten may not be playing, or other key players might not be playing. And I think everyone needs to get the chest out and start everyone being leaders and pushing each other on to better performances.
Are you envision yourself as a leader kind of guy? I mean, you play like you are, but that doesn't always mean that you're as much a talker off the pitch as you are on the pitch. Are you? Or?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I think the position that I play, whether it's anywhere along the back line, I think I can see the whole pitch. So I'm encouraging other players to be in different positions. So I think I'd say I'd like to think I'm a key player in speaking, encouraging players.
Good.
And I think it's, like I said, everyone needs to be doing that. No one can be quiet on the pitch. Everyone's got to be obviously outspoken.
No, that's great to hear. That's what you want as a coach. You want a guy saying he wants to be a leader. You don't want a guy saying, hey, I'm a follower. No, I want some leaders on my team, so good for you. We're trying to remember what city it was that you were getting booed every time you touched it. Was it Portland or Columbus?
Salt Lake.
Salt Lake.
Salt Lake.
Okay. I remember mentioning during the broadcast, I said, I think he's feeding off this now, because it got to a point where every time he touched it, but you kept elevating your game that night.
Yeah.
And you remembered it, obviously.
Yeah, I did. To be honest, it was from a tackle, and it was never a foul. And I think someone said something in the crowd, and obviously I reacted. Maybe I shouldn't have, and then everyone just followed on from there, really. But no, it was great to play, and obviously, like it does encourage you, and even people are booing, it's good for you, you know, because it obviously pushes you on.
Yeah, well, it lets you know, and it lets your teammates know you're doing something right, because you've ticked off 18,000 people who are not your home fans, so that means you're doing something right.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like I said, I got the ball though, so I don't know why they were booing, to be honest. But no, it was good.
Yeah, good stuff.
Oh, fantastic. And one of the things that endears you to the fans so much is that you're hard work and willing to be a team player. You've stepped in and played center back for a while last season. Fans want to know what that was like, and was that an experience that helped you grow a lot more?
Yeah, I mean, playing centre back and like, me as a full back, like left or right, wherever it may be, playing centre back, it helps me appreciate what the centre back actually does. You know, me actually playing centre back as a full back, it helps me know when to cover. And when I'm playing full back, I'll be telling the centre back, look, you need to be covering it because I've played it and I've experienced it. So yeah, it helps my game, and it's good. It's a good attribute to have to play in different positions.
Perfect. And so, Richard, welcome back. It was one of the biggest pieces of news we've had in the off-season when it was announced this morning that you had returned. Fans absolutely love you, and as long as I think you keep doing what you're doing, I don't see Toronto FC not winning and you not succeeding. I think
He's
it's
going to get multiple goals as well as defend. This guy's going to go down the line. He's going to pop a couple this year. You watch the way he's going.
You did take a few shots last year. You're hoping one of those will go in this year, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just needed that little bit of luck, I think.
Yeah.
But hopefully we'll fingers crossed.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Richard.
much.
Good to
Welcome
see you.
back.
Nice to see you.